Now at 11, a community food drive collecting items for people impacted by last weekend's flooding. What neighbors are saying about the effort. And college students head back to campus to start the new school year. We'll take you to one move-in day in the middle of the state. Plus, the first in a series of railroad replacements in the Hartford area. What you need to know before the Monday morning commute. News 8 at 11 starts now.
Live. This is News 8 Weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brittany Schaefer. We'll get to those top stories in a moment, but first to check the forecast. Meteorologist Steve Teeling joins us now with that. Steve, beautiful day today, but as you said, maybe some raindrops?
Yeah, a couple of raindrops out there showing up on radar right now. We're going to take a look at that in one short second. Take a look at our temperatures right now. We're warmer tonight than where we have been the last 4 or 5 nights. It's 76 right now in New Haven, one less than that in Bridgeport. We have 73 in Windsor Locks, Chester at 70 along with New London, and Lisbon is at 66. You can see across the western part of the state where we don't want any rain after what happened a week ago, that there is some downpours and some lighter rain occurring. I just had a text from my brother-in-law Joe in Milford, and he said it just started raining there. But let's zoom in onto where some of the problems occurred last week. Oxford, Beacon Falls, Naugatuck, and Middlebury up towards Waterbury. You can see one heavy downpour over Oxford right now. The good news is that this is progressive, and the majority of it should be lighter as we go on through the next hour or so before it comes to an end. Will we see this play out again tomorrow? And there's thunderstorms in the forecast. We'll have your full 8-day in just a couple of minutes. Brittany.
Thanks, Steve. It's been 1 week since the deadly and devastating flooding in western Connecticut. Hundreds of residents in several towns are now navigating the long and costly road to rebuild, while their neighbors step in to help in every way they can.
Childhood home was practically washed away. The community tennis courts that I played endless hours of tennis on were absolutely gone.
Places that hold dear memories like homes, roads, parks, even entire neighborhoods still left ravaged 1 week after the unprecedented downpours and flooding. Born and raised in Southbury, Erin Schumacher says she couldn't sit back and watch.
I have to do something.
So she set up a community food drive to help stock shelves at the Southbury Food Bank and partnered with Savior Scissor Salon to collect clothing for those in need. The drive was held at the Southbury Green from 10 to 2, and in just a few hours, thousands of items were donated.
We actually had an industrial-sized collection bin in ShopRite that's been emptied twice, and so far we have over, I think, 1,500 items donated so far, and we just got started 5 minutes ago.
The unexpected big turnout brought cans of food, paper towels, cereal, applesauce, chips, and filling bag after bag, and also filling Schumacher's heart.
Absolutely remarkable. Sorry, I get choked out. I've had people I don't even know approach me when I go into the grocery store or walk downtown, and they're like, I know what you're doing. How can I help? How can I help? And it just is absolutely tremendous to know that we can create such an impact on not only our community, but all of the communities that are affected.
A very successful drive, and all those items were delivered to the Southbury Food Bank this afternoon. Anyone in need can head there for help. Well, a national recall of apple juice has Walmart pulling back cases from Connecticut stores. Great Value brand apple juice is being recalled over concerns of potentially harmful levels of inorganic arsenic. The FDA says the affected product may temporarily cause some health issues, but it is unlikely to cause serious or long-term harm. The recall applies to Connecticut and 24 other states, as well as Puerto Rico and D.C. Walmart has not commented on the recall. Hartford police are investigating a drive-by shooting. We're told it happened around 9:15 this morning on the 500 block of Farmington Avenue. According to police, a woman in her 40s had been shot, but she was alert and conscious when they arrived. She was brought to the hospital for treatment. Police say the shots were fired from a moving vehicle. If you know anything about this, call Hartford Police. In New Haven, police set up a perimeter in the area of Edgewood and Garden Streets earlier this evening. There was a heavy police presence in that neighborhood around 5:30 p.m. We're working to learn more about this. Stay with us on air and online for the very latest developments. A New Haven boy is in the hospital tonight after a bicycle accident in New Haven Saturday morning. We're told it happened around 11:15. Witnesses say a black sedan was driving on Forbes Avenue with two cyclists holding onto the car's front windows. One of them lost control and fell. He has a head injury and is at Yale Pediatric Hospital. Police say he is in critical but stable condition. The driver sped off before police arrived. Well, a massive effort to find a woman who went missing in the Niantic River this weekend. We're told police were called around 10:30 on reports of 4 intoxicated women swimming in East Lyme. 3 of them returned to shore, but police lost sight of the 4th. They launched a marine rescue and found her on shore around 2 a.m. We're working to learn more about this. Stay with us for the very latest. To Wethersfield now, where a section of I-91 was closed for around 4 hours overnight due to a crash. Police say it happened just before 1 a.m. on the southbound side near exit 26. We're told serious injuries were reported and at least one person was brought to the hospital. The highway reopened around 5 a.m. If you know anything about this, call state police. People in Massachusetts are being urged to take precautions against mosquitoes. This comes after several communities in the Bay State are at high risk for Triple E. ABC's Ike Ajachi has more on the measures being taken by health officials.
Several towns in Massachusetts are taking precautions to prevent the spread of eastern equine encephalitis, with the state health department saying 10 communities are currently under high or critical risk of the virus. State officials have announced plans to spray for mosquitoes in Plymouth and Worcester counties this week. On Friday, Plymouth began shutting down public parks and fields from dusk to dawn due to the high risk of EEE. Earlier this month, Massachusetts health officials announced the season's first human case, which was also the first case in the state since 2020, according to a press release. The CDC says eastern equine encephalitis virus is spread to people by a bite from an infected mosquito. Most cases occur in eastern or Gulf Coast states. There are no vaccines to prevent infection in humans and no treatments. The best way to reduce your risk is to prevent mosquito bites.
That includes getting rid of standing water that can be filling up in buckets, gutters, empty tires, and toys, and making sure that you're protecting yourself as you're walking outside. Given the fact that the climate is getting warmer, more and more mosquitoes are outside, so we have to make sure that we're mindful of that.
The CDC says most people infected don't experience symptoms, but approximately 30% of people who contract brain inflammation or encephalitis from the virus will die, and many who survive have ongoing neurologic problems. Symptoms can include fever, headache, vomiting, diarrhea, as well as seizures and drowsiness. So far this year, there have been 3 human cases of the virus reported by the CDC, the one in Massachusetts, as well as the one in New Jersey and another in Vermont. The highest number of human cases in the U.S. occurred back in 2019 when 38 were reported. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, New York.
Crews spent the day replacing railroad crossing in Wethersfield. The Department of Transportation is upgrading the areas over the next few weeks to strengthen the infrastructure. The area near each of the 3 crossings will be fully closed to traffic while each is being worked on. The Hartford Avenue crossing will be closed again tomorrow, Jordan Lane Tuesday and Wednesday, and Wells Road Thursday and Friday. If you have any questions, you can reach out to the State Department of Transportation. Members of the Hartford Fire Department spent part of the weekend beautifying a memorial garden in the capital city. It's dedicated in honor of Dr. Craig Yenny, a local teacher who helped found the Compass Youth Collaborative. He passed away unexpectedly back in 2016. The garden is located at the intersection of Summit and Vernon Streets, which is now called Dr. Craig Yenny PhD Way. Among those helping out were Yenny's mother, sister, and Hartford firefighters. Quinnipiac University is changing the game when it comes to dining hall options. Just ahead on News 8 at 11, we'll let you know about the new choice available to students this semester. And a taste of New Haven is headed up to Greater Hartford. We'll let you know about a new location for an iconic pizzeria.
Is this your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. Yesterday, I was at the Nissan end of summer sales event taking a test drive, and Laura says,
"These Rogues are going fast."
I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Get a low $279 per month lease on Rogue.
Save with My Big Y Rewards. More pizza, more pancakes, more pasta,
More perks for my points means more perks for my pantry. Rack up points, stack up savings. It's my Big Y Rewards. Learn more at BigY.com.
Connecticut's Beardsley Zoo was founded over 100 years ago right here in Bridgeport. You're seeing animals that you can't see anyplace else. You're learning about those animals. When you have that live, face-to-face connection, that's the thing that makes a zoo. M&T Bank has supported us through many initiatives here. The way we work with M&T Bank, we feel a kinship with them. Without that kind of support and the connection that we make with the bank, we stay static. The zoo has to move forward into the future, and with M&T Bank, we can look to the next 100 years.
Is your commute less than 35 miles? Never buy gas again. Plug in your new Bob Thomas Ford 2024 Escape to any 110 outlet. Drive to and from your office, all on electric power. Or push this button, get 500 more miles with your reserve gasoline motor. A plug-in electric SUV with a gasoline reserve. 0% for those who qualify. I'm Colby at Bob Thomas Ford in Hamden. For 45 years, where your friends and neighbors buy their cars.
Everyone knows Congress is a mess. Let's unpack why. Partisan politicians refuse to work together to bring down the cost of groceries and housing. I have a proven track record of working with both parties to stop reckless government spending and make life more affordable. But the partisans, they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at me because I don't fit in this box. I'm George Logan, and I approve this message.
Whoa, is this your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. Yesterday, I was at the Nissan end of summer sales event taking a test drive, and Laura says,
"These Rogues are going fast."
I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Get a low $279 per month lease on Rogue.
Monday on Good Morning Connecticut, I'll have your back-to-school forecast.
We'll be live in Waterbury to kick off the first day of the school year.
How parents can help kids with the new school year jitters. And a teen's invention bringing comfort to children in the hospital. Monday at 4 a.m.
Now at 11, if you had tickets to Saturday night's Childish Gambino concert at Mohegan Sun, you're not the only one who's frustrated about the last-minute cancellation. The artist canceled his show last night due to technical difficulties with the stage show. He says his team will be in touch with everyone who bought a ticket to last night's concert and apologized for the cancellation. No rescheduled date has been announced. You can get a refund at your point of purchase. A taste of New Haven is moving up the 91 corridor to the Hartford region. Sally's Pete's will be opening a new location in Wethersfield this week. The restaurant's new outlet will be on the Silas Dean Highway. It will open for service on a first-come, first-served basis Thursday night. Reservations are now open for this Friday and beyond. After this opening, Sally's is getting ready for locations in Farmington, Newington, and South Windsor. Your town's primary ballots could soon be subject to an audit. Tomorrow, Secretary of State Stephanie Thomas will randomly select the voting precincts that will have their machine totals audited after this month's primary election. 5% of the state's precincts are subject to the audit by state law. The ballots from the audited precincts will be matched against the vote totals from the machines. That drawing is happening tomorrow at 4:30 at the Capitol. With classes set to start tomorrow, Quinnipiac University is bringing local food trucks in to give students a new dining option. They're opening Heritage Kitchen as a new dining station on the Mount Carmel campus on Monday. The school administration says the plan promises to unify the QU community with local restaurants, giving food trucks a brick and mortar area to share their food in the comfort of a college dining hall. Stepping off the roof of a casino and rappelling down for a good cause. Special Olympics Connecticut will hold its annual Over the Edge event for thrill-seeking people and teams on Friday. Participants will rappel more than 30 stories down Mohegan Sun Sky Tower. It's all in an effort to support Special Olympics year-round sports, health, and fitness programs for people of all abilities. Members of our News 8 team have taken part in the past. This is the 13th year of the event. Well, Big Y wants to hire over 100 part-time and full-time positions at their newest supermarket in Westport. They're opening a hiring site on the Post Road East in Westport tomorrow. It will be open Monday to Friday from August 26th through October 18th. They're trying to fill jobs in the bakery, deli, produce department, and more, as well as a cashier, overnight clerk, and management positions. We have a link to apply at the WTNH website. New students at Central Connecticut State University are moving onto campus this weekend. Central's 9 residence halls are welcoming nearly 700 first-year and transfer students. That's out of about 2,300 undergraduate students the school expects to live on campus this semester. Residence life staff and student leaders answered questions and directed new students to their new homes away from home. Fall classes at CCSU start Tuesday. Steve.
All right, thank you so very much, Brittany. We are checking out our Long Wharf camera, and some rain is just about ready to hit 95 here. We'll also show you where the rain is already falling. It is very warm out there tonight at 76 degrees. It was warm today and a bit more humid.